Hey y'all, welcome back. We are in the penultimate video. Oh, this is one of the final videos I'm filming for my declutter series. And this is going to be all my lip stuff. Everything. Liners, glosses, everything you see here I have pulled out of my purse. I've pulled from various places in my home. I'm sure I have lip stuff elsewhere, but this was all I could find. Go through it. I'm going to separate this into like glosses, balms, lipsticks, all of that stuff. And then we'll get started. Okay, this is a little bit better. I don't quite know how well I did it figuring out a gloss from a balm, but whatever, it's fine. Things are in a more digestible format. So we have pencils, lipsticks, balms, and glosses. I wanted to get this one out of the way. This is my e.l.f. lip scrub in brown sugar. It's the only scrub I have, and it's the best. So it's gonna stay, obviously, but it looks like a lipstick, so it gets mixed in with my lip products. Let's start with glosses, and we'll move on to things that are more pigmented. That sounds like a plan. Okay. I think we're just gonna go. I'm not gonna really have a whole lot of rhyme or reason to this. This is really relatively new to me. This is one of the Kosas wet lip oils in the shade Unhooked. Got this in a little trio. I also have a lipstick from Kosas. And we are going to swatch these because that may be the determining factor in keeping or decluttering. I like this oil. It's got a little bit of a minty tingle. It's not much. It's not much. I actually have one in here that's got a far more minty tingle. So far I really like this. I haven't really gotten to know it all that well. So I'm gonna keep it and continue to acquaint myself with it. This is the one with the minty tingle. This is a Juvia's Place glossy stick in Sugar Cookie. This was a replacement for one I had in a much deeper brown shade, and I like this one so much more. On me, it's a little bit beige, it's pale, and it subdues my natural lip tone. I have relatively pigmented lips, and this kind of just washes them out just a tinge so they're not the main character of the story. All right, I have two of these. I don't know where the other one went. All right, let's talk Finding Ferdinand. These are the two glosses that Khaki Reviews Beauty released in her après ski collection. They smell just fine. So this is Haute Chocolate. It's a little cooler toned than Sugar Cookie, and it does very much still smell like chocolate. This one, I wore this time and time and time again, and then I realized how expensive it would to be replaced, and I stopped wearing it because I got that like preciousness mindset of I only have so much left. Oh, it smells like hazelnut coffee, and it is delightful. And it's very much in that mucky brown, light beige with just a bit of a silver sparkle. Honestly, one of my favorite lip products of the last 2 years. Edam, again, this has just found its way into my heart this year. It's a gorgeous color. It's a little bit much of a color. on me. This is fig sauce. This is the Le Chouchou Lip Softening Balm with that beautiful Cool Touch metal tip. When I go to reach for this, I don't have a problem finding it because it's a unique shape, it's a unique size. The lid feels like it's metal, although it's probably plastic. But yeah, I really like how easily identifiable this is. Let's talk YSL. I do have two more YSL, so let's pull those out at the same time. Okay, so we have two of the YSL Candy Glaze. One of these is in Scenic Brown, the other is in Showcasing Nude. So this is Scenic Brown. It's a little warmer than Haute Chocolate. If you look at it comparatively to the Juvia's Place, the Finding Ferdinand, yeah, that's the Finding Ferdinand, the Juvia's Place, and then this is the YSL. You can tell I've got a type. And then Showcasing Nude is another easy, mucky, beigey nude. That still on me, despite the way my lips look, feels and looks very lipsticky. And I do wish instead of Scenic Brown, I'd gotten the clear. But it is what it is. I will find a way to use it up. We then have two of the, not the Love Shine. This was the formula before the Love Shine. It's one of the like slick oil balms. This came in a subscription box, and for some reason mine had two. I don't know why, but I did. I'm just special. And these are pink. They're very, very pink. I'm gonna see if there's one that I've used more than the other. No, they've both been used about the same. I'm trying to think if I can pass these along to somebody. Not both of these, just one of them. I don't need two. I used to keep one in my purse. I find at this point that is irrelevant. I don't need to do that. Because you'll see, I have so much other stuff that I carry in my purse. But one of these is gonna get decluttered. The other one's gonna stay. All right. Ami Collet. I adore this formula. It is a rich, juicy, thick lip oil to the point where if I put it on too thickly, it gathers in the corners of my mouth. But if you're judicious with it and careful, it will be your best friend. So this is Excellence. This is a sheer brown that is just so pretty. And it's a little different. It's warmer. It's a little bit deeper. It's a different color than all the other browns. It's a different brown, gosh darn it. It's gonna stay. Same with Bliss. Bliss is my other type. It's that beautiful nude beige, a little bit of pink. So flattering, so easy to wear. Yeah, these don't have a fragrance, which as somebody who is kind of sensitive to fragrance, I really appreciate. All right, we got e.l.f. Let's talk about the e.l.f. I do not have my purple gloss here because I forgot it. It's next to my bed. I'm using it. It's gonna stay. I don't know if I need to swatch the clear given that I have a coral and a berry. I really love this formula. If there's one lip formula that has really stood out to me this year, it's this one. Because it is just perfect all on its own. I do think the clear is just a little bit thicker than the coral or this berry shade. And it may be that they have to like take out some of the active ingredient that makes it really thick in order to add some of this pigment. I don't know. I'm not a chemist, but see how much more cool toned that is in relation to everything else. Beautiful, not plumping, but they make your lips look really plump, really juicy. I put one of these on before I went to bed the other night, and I woke up and it was still there. It had sunk in, but I could feel my lips were protected. Oh, just one of the best products I've used this year. While we're talking e.l.f., this is one of their Hydrating Core lip shines. I have not used this much this year, but I have used a fair amount of it. It smells just fine. This is in the shade Happy, and it's a nudie pink. Is that a surprise? No. Is it going to go anywhere? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I do know it's there. I remember it's there. And I really like it. Juvia's Place. This is the one that I frankened with the e.l.f. Squeezy Balm in the melon shade. And since I did that, I have been using it non-stop. I sit down at my makeup station and the first thing I do is reach for this. And I think part of it is because the tube top is bright green. Nothing else here is that color. So I see it right off the bat and it doesn't get overlooked. But despite the green color, it is clear, but it does smell like honeydew. And I anticipate finishing this up in the next month or so. Something I need to get on the ball about using is this gloss from JD Glow. This is in the shade Quartz, but it smells like, oh, it smells like horchata. It smells like churros. Oh, it's got this beautiful, rich cinnamon warmth to it. It's actually the perfect time of year to be using something like this. So maybe I need to make this my go-to and let the Juvia's Place have a rest. Or finish that and then move on to this. Make Serum Balm. This one might be empty. It's not. I just got enough out for a nice little application. But again, clear with just a little hint of coral. And this is a really thin, beautiful, soft formula that I have come to love. I have really fallen in love with this formula over the last 2 years. While we're talking the Make Serum Balms, we might as well bring out these two. I have Lilac Layer here and Magnetic Mauve. So this one is the intense, meaning it's going to have more pigmentation. The Lilac Layer, it's more cool toned than Nude Nova, which is the one I swatched that had a little bit of coral. It doesn't show up as much on me. It does like cool down the tone of my lips. This one does not smell great, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this one done. And if that one's done, I'm willing to bet this one might also be. Yeah, they don't smell great. And I am like looking to actually declutter some stuff. So we're gonna call these guys Dunzo and move them on out of my collection. I did get a good amount of use out of both of those. All right, one of the last lip glosses. Again, this came in my Ulta, or not my Allure beauty box. This is Beauty for Certain. I've never heard of this brand. It's the only product I've ever tried from them. This is in the shade Diamond. This is one of the best treatment lip glosses I have ever used. I'll sit down with really dry lips. Again, the cap is a bright color, so I see it right off the bat. And it is glossy and glowy and really nicely vanilla fragranced. It's been a surprise hit, and it's gonna stay. I'm a fair amount of the way through it, but I can't see it because it's been on its side. All right, let's talk balm.com because I have feelings. I only have these two open. I think I have another one of the mango somewhere else in the house. So the Glossier balm.com mango is my favorite. I'm so glad they reverted to the OG formula. But you can see there, it doesn't have any color. It doesn't really have a whole lot of shine. It's mattifying, if anything. It's it's a treatment balm. I will put this on my nails. I will put it where I need something that's this rich. This one is the same formula. It's the first one they released in the old formula. Or yeah, when they started going back, hence the tip applicator. I want to like this. I want to use it. But being in this delivery mechanism, it is just so hard to use. I end up putting it on with my fingers, and then I look in the mirror and I look like a toddler who's been smearing popsicle all over my face. That's not what I want. So I am going to see if anybody else in my life wants this. If not, I'll probably just squeeze it out and recycle the packaging. Shantae, you stare. All right. These are the same thing. These are the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in Red Dahlia. I did intentionally buy two of these. I keep one in my purse and I keep one at my desk. And it is the perfect desaturated, ruddy brown that has a lot of treatment to it, very light fragrance, and it's like $6. I sent one of these in a little gift package to my friend Betsy, and I believe she really liked it. I think that was the consensus, was that she also really liked it. It's very easy to wear. And when I need something super easy and treatment like that's in a stick. Speaking of easy and treatment like, um, the Phytosurgence has been another runaway hit. This is their Calm Conditioning Lip Balm in the shade Brave Break. So again, I got it in a warm brown. Are we at all surprised? No. This is gorgeous. It's a little stiffer than the Burt's Bees, but depending on what my lips need at that point, sometimes that's what I need. And I love the packaging. It's metal, so if I reach my hand into my bag, I know instantly what I'm grabbing, and that's helpful. This guy, I don't know. This got tossed into a Amazon order, mostly because I was in my dining room and I wasn't going anywhere and I needed a lip balm. And I was placing like a very quick delivery order. So this is the Burt's Bees Squeezy Tinted Balm in Cocoa Crush. This has not won me over. First of all, the color is just not what I had hoped. It's a pretty color, do not get me wrong, but it's not what I expected or what I wanted. And I don't reach for it because of this format, because of the component. I don't dig a squeezy balm that I have to smear on with my fingers. I am growing out of that era where this delivery mechanism is sustainable for me and the way that I use my makeup. This is going. This is awful. This is the Nivea Smoothness Lip Care. I I bought this because it's an SPF and I am trying I am in the self-protection mode where I'm trying to prevent myself from getting sun exposure everywhere. Unfortunately, I don't wear this because it tastes like sunscreen. It's awful. I don't care what the finish is like. I don't care what the delivery mechanism is like. The product itself tastes like sunscreen, and I don't dig it. These, if you'd asked me 2 or 3 months ago, I'd have told you these were going to get the chop. However, if you saw my makeup hacking video, you will have seen that these did get repurposed. I stuck one in with this Juvia's Place balm or lip gloss, and I honestly think it's one of the reasons I have been reaching for this so much is it now smells like honeydew. So I'm going to hang on to these. I will continue to put them into clear glosses until they're finished. I feel like that's a really good way to repurpose them and make sure they get used up. All right, I have one more in here. This I bought to replace my dud of a birthday lipstick from last year. I bought a Gucci lipstick and it was terrible. This, however, is not. This is one of the Lisa Eldridge. Even with the magnifying glass, I can't read the bottom. This is one of her thin balms that are newer, that were just released earlier this year. This is in Sweet Fig. And oh my goodness. If you forced me to give up all of my tinted lip balms except one, this is the one I would save. It's gorgeous. I feel fancy with it. I love this thing. It's so pretty. It's easy to wear. It's easy to put on in the car when I have my hands full. It's just glorious. So yes, she's staying. Okay, let's jump right in. This is one of the Rituel de Fille matte lipsticks in the shade Oracle. I bought this to wear to my brother's wedding because it is matte. It's a little deeper of a beigey rose, and it's beautiful. It complemented my other eye makeup and was just an absolutely gorgeous lipstick for the day. I'm gonna keep it because it's still a gorgeous lipstick. So yeah, yeah, the Ritual de Fille is gonna stay. Actually, I need to remember to smell my lipsticks. Yeah, it smells like lavender, which is what most of the Rituel de Fille products smell like. This is one of the Make Beauty refillable lipsticks in Equilibrium. It's a little bit more of a rosier tone, a little bit of a pinker beige, but it still has that like pink mucky undertone that I love. NARS, these are their matte lip crayons. I have one in Dolce Vita. I have one in Bahama. Bahama comes off really dark if I put it on full pigment. It's also matte, and I don't love this formula. It's a matte lip, and it's super, super drying. Let me swatch Dolce Vita and see how I feel about that one. Okay. I think I'm going to declutter both of them. They're not unique to my collection anymore. And this formula is just not it anymore. So I am going to declutter these. Speaking of mattes, but this one is a little bit more comfortable. This is Merit, their matte formula in Court, and it is a soft, rosy beige. It's almost a dupe for Dolce Vita. I think Dolce Vita has a little bit more pink in it, but yeah, I knew I had this, and I also have another one from Lisa Eldridge. We can go ahead and swatch that one too. I wore this for the first time today. I went out and ran some errands, and it's gorgeous. It's not matte. It's very easily buildable. This is her this is Kitten Mischief. It's the like satin balm type lipstick. It's so pretty. It's comfortable. It's easy to wear. Doesn't have a fragrance. This is from Sephora. This was advertised as a balm. I don't really see it as a balm. I see it as a lipstick because it's got a fair amount of color to it, and it's not really balm-like. It's a very soft, thin formula. It doesn't have a whole lot of nourishing properties. That being said, I like the color and I like using it. So it's gonna stay. It's just not what I expected it or hoped it would be. Let's talk MAC. Let's talk MAC. All right, this is Velvet Teddy. It smells fine. I've had this mini for a long time. Oh, that color, please. This is such a weird lipstick. It looks totally different on different skin tones, different lip undertones. Even what you wear with it changes the tone of the lipstick. It's crazy, but it's gorgeous. And MAC Modesty. This is my like, don't want to think about it. Just need an easy lip to match my lip color. It's a little more pink, slightly more beige than a lot of these. It doesn't have the same depth. It's one of the reasons I keep it around. NARS. Oh, this is one of the NARS Afterglow something lipsticks in the shade Devoted. You gotta see how small they put the type on the bottom of this bullet. I'm visually impaired, y'all. I can't read that. However, I can read this color. And she's gorgeous. I love this brown berry tone, as you can see from my other lipstick choices. Oh, I am not chill. All right, we're getting into the let's go ahead and swatch this Rabanne because it's nude. It is one of the nudiest lipsticks that has ever nuded in my collection. It looks peach, but the orange counteracts some of the blue pink in my lips and almost, not quite, almost washes them out. I can put this with a lip liner. I can put a matte formula underneath it and build on top to create this really diffused look, or I can just wear it by itself. There's a whole lot of uses for this really beautiful lipstick. And again, no fragrance. No fragrance. We love that. This is from Milani. I was working on a project that really didn't come to fruition, but I wanted a deep berry lip. So I bought a Milani lipstick. Look at that. To have one of these in my collection, I'm fine with. But look at that lip. These are really inexpensive. I don't want to say they're cheap. They're inexpensive. And Ulta does do, you know, they're 3 off 15. They're a matte formula and they rival some of the high-end formulas I've tried. This is in the shade 360 Dahlia in the Milani matte lip formula. I did realize I forgot 2 lip oils. So these are both from Merit. This is the jelly formula in the shade Jeté. This is my bright pink lip, which is why I am okay getting rid of the Glossier. It's a little bit pink, when I put this on, it lights up my entire face. It just brings out all of that brightness in my pink skin, in my cool toned skin. It's gorgeous. And it's a beautiful formula. It's hydrating, it's smooth, it's all the things you want in a really nice lip oil. This one's new. It's part of a set of Merit stuff that I'm playing with. And again, it's clear, but you can see that there's a difference in the finish. So this one is much shinier, and this one's just got a little bit more dulled down. They're still really pretty, and I like them both. All right. This is Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of her Happy Kiss lipsticks. Yeah, it still smells fine. This is in the shade Romance Kiss. I love this formula. This formula is special. It's so nice. It does remind me a little bit of the Juvia's Place Glossy Balm. It's a little thicker, but the colors, the shades that this comes in are so bright and so hard to wear, especially if you're looking at something that doesn't set down, which this doesn't, and is a little harder to apply. It really is. You don't want to twist up too much because then you'll get it all over your face, but if you don't twist up enough, it's not going to do what it needs to do. So I'm going to keep it because I really enjoy playing with it, but it's not one of my standouts. Let's put it that way. As far as standout lip products, things that I have loved for years and years and years and years, this is NARS Rita. It is my favorite red. I have tried other reds. Nothing lights up my face, brings out my green eyes like this blue toned red. It's gorgeous. The formula is a little slippy, I will say that. I wore it to a drag show recently, and by the time I got to the meet and greet, it was all over my face. But I still love it, and it smells fine. So I'm going to keep it. I have a small handful of liners, and then we will be finished. Finito. First, this is from Surratt. I don't know what it is about these Surratt pencils that I have the hardest time letting go of. Like, this is a beautiful brown lip liner, and it's got this powder that you're supposed to put over it, but I find the powder just goes everywhere. It's supposed to stick to the pencil. I am going to pull the plug and say goodbye because I don't use it. It scares me to the point where I just don't want to use it. I see it and I feel ashamed that I bought it and haven't used it. But that momentary, what did I do? Is continued the longer it's in my collection. So I am going to dispel that feeling and get rid of it. I have two lip liners from Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk. Yep, they're both the same color. That being said, beautiful color, flattering, easy to wear. Why does that one look more pink and that one look more beige? Either way, the number of times I've reached for a lip liner this year is probably in the single digits. And I don't necessarily need to keep both of these, but they're small, they're easy. If I'm going somewhere and a friend needs one, it's easy enough to sharpen and pass along. So these are going to stay. Maybe I'll work on using one of them up this year. This has been in my collection for quite a long time. It smells okay. This is from Kat Von D. This has been in my collection since before they rebranded. This is in the shade Lolita, which honestly is one of my favorite lip colors. I haven't reached for it lately, but I like knowing that I do have it. I like knowing that I have a lighter lip color and a deeper lip color. They really do kind of complete my lip collection. This I bought with that Milani lipstick, and I haven't completed that project, but it's a good shade match. And I've enjoyed, the few times I've worn a purple or a strong lip lately, I've really enjoyed it. So it is their Cream Glide lip liner in the shade Plum and Get It. You gotta love a pun. You gotta love a pun. So yeah, it'll stay. Again, it's a lip liner. It doesn't take up much space. You kind of can't peeve me off with a lip liner. This is newer. This came in one of my last subscription boxes. I think this is from Dear Midnight in the shade Stella. And it very much is in that same family as Pillow Talk. It's a little bit pinker and a little bit lighter. And it's a really nice formula. I like the stiffness, but it's got a nice glide to it at the same time. And then last but not least, we have Hindash. I love this liner. It's fabulous. So this is, why do they do that? They print the brand name this way and then you have to turn the pencil around. Yeah, so this is their lip pencil. It's the only one he has in the shade Hush. Only color he has. It is a almost terracotta brick red. And you can see why I like having it in comparison to all of my other lip liners. Because they're very pink, they're very cool toned. This is not. This is much warmer toned, and it's a standout. It really is something that when I need it, I know where it is, I know what it does, and it's one of a kind. I do wish the pencil was a little bit shorter. Let's compare. So yeah, this is like a traditional pencil, and then this is Hindash. He's making it for makeup artists, which I appreciate. As a regular consumer, this is excessive. Okay, we have time to count things, and then I have to go pick up a grocery order and go to the gym. All right. Combien de lèvres lipsticks? Plain old lipsticks. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 12. 12 traditional lipsticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lip liners. 1, 2, 3. This one goes back in my purse. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one goes back into my purse. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 25, 26, 27. I lost count of my numbers. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 5, 45. And then I have an Errant Kosas lipstick. I don't know where it went. Tack another one on to 46. That's a little bit more than I would like. So in the next year, I would like to focus on using up some of these. It shouldn't be too hard because I do reach for these, a lot of these, an awful lot. There are some that I should really work on finishing, and I suppose that'll also be a priority in the year to come. Those three can go back. These are the three. I have a second one of these. So these are the four that are going to go back in my purse. So I've got the Phytosurgents, the Sheer Lisa Eldridge Balm, the Juvia's Place, and the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in Red Dahlia. So what I'm going to do is pull out lip products that I want to focus on and put them in this little container, and then put everything else back in the lipstick drawer. I am going to toss one of these Pillow Talk lipsticks in there, or lip liners. Those are the four that go in my purse. This goes back into the Merit box. This I'm going to finish up. Showcasing Nude is going to go back into this orange gloss. I'm going to keep the Kosas out because I'm still getting to know her. The Elf Clear is going to stay because it's unmatched. These two are going to go in here. I know that they exist. The Elf, or the Burt's Bees and the Edam, going to go back in here along with the Amicole. This is going to go back into my box of Merit. The glossierbalm.com is also going to come out. The rest of these are going to go in lipstick drawer. All right, let's see how many I got rid of. Not a ton, but enough to make a difference. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm good with that. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, share it, all of that fun jazz. I am coming up on a year of this channel and I am really excited. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season and being gentle to yourself and others. I hope you're taking care of yourself so you can take care of each other. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends.